Kasama natin ngayon live na live sa studio si Alan Frei ng Philippine Curling Team. Maayong buntag.
Hello,
Sir
hello. I love it.
Yes, I know that you're from Cebu. You just
Exactly.
mentioned that. So now let's go ahead and talk about yourself first. So you mentioned already you're from Cebu. So tell me about your background and yeah, how did you end up with curling as a sport?
Yes, sure. So my mom is from Cebu and Leyte, and my father is Swiss. So I'm half Swiss, half Filipino. I was born in Switzerland, but we visited like Philippines every year. My whole family is here in the south of the Philippines. And I started curling 2 years ago, so not too long ago. And here we are with the gold medal at the Asian Winter Games.
Okay, can you put that up again
Yeah,
and
sure.
then show that in the camera?
Sure.
Right here.
This one
There.
here. So it's the first Asian Winter Game medal for a Southeast Asian country, and it's a gold one. So right now we are the best curling team in whole Asia, which is crazy.
Congratulations, definitely. Okay, now you mentioned you just started sports just 2 years ago, but you also told us earlier that you were heavier.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us about your fitness journey.
So the whole plan was I had a company and I sold it 2022. And suddenly I had a lot of time and a lot of money, but I was massively overweight. And then I was like, okay, I want to get really fit. And what's the highest in sports you can do is go to the Olympics. So my plan was go to the Olympics. I called up my lawyer, he came back and said, Alan, you have no chance for Switzerland, neither in Winter or Summer Olympics. But you have a small chance for the Philippines in Winter Olympics. And I tried cross-country skiing first. I had no talent at all. And then the small miracle happened in 2023. Where 3 guys who are half Filipinos as I am, and they've been curling since 25 years, and they needed a 4th one, and so they asked me if I want to join, and then I started curling 2 years ago, and now we are the gold medal winner.
Wow, what a story.
But can you tell us more about how does it feel to make history in the Winter Games?
Yeah. So you know, to put it in context. The teams we beat at the end in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and in the finals are all professional teams. So they do nothing else than they play curling. It's Japan, China, and Korea. These are like top teams. So it's very similar if you know the Filipinos would win in basketball against the U.S. You know, so that's where we stand. And when we won the medal, nobody expected it. You know, we were just checking the betting odds, and it was 1 to 50 that we would win the gold medal. So it's like, it's very low betting odds. We knew that we can play curling. We knew that we can maybe reach the bronze medal. But having the gold medal, we are as surprised as anybody else. And it makes us super proud. We are very happy to represent the Philippines. And there are so many Filipinos all around the world. And we want to show the Philippines, you know what, hey, believe in yourself and just go for gold.
Yeah, well, it's kind of interesting and weird at the same time because we don't have winter in the Philippines. And then you guys are from Switzerland. So how did you train going into the Harbin Winter Games?
So you're right. Curling is a weird sport in the sense that it's on ice and we don't have any ice here in the Philippines, but it's a precision sport. The precision sport Filipinos are really good at. It's very similar to bowling, dart, or billiard, and that's where Filipinos really exceed. So what we do is we are not professional curling players. You know, the other guys were for a long time, but they retired and they work normal jobs. So the project started 2 years ago, where we decided, you know what, let's give it a shot. Let's go for the Olympics. Let's try how far can we get it. And then what happened is we started training. The others are really good. I'm the problem. I'm the worst in the team. So I had to catch up, and now I'm catching up. And we train once a week together, and all the others are training like 2 to 3 times a week. And I started training daily just to catch up. And but it's not a professional team. You know, everything in the beginning was self-funded. We didn't have any sponsors. We didn't have any help. The help was that we could go to the games. We were very thankful for that. But now that changed dramatically. So now the Sports Commission, Filipino Sports Commission is helping us. The Filipino Olympic Committee is helping us. So we are very grateful for that.
That's really good news.
Yes, very much, very much.
Can you describe the emotions you've experienced,
Yeah.
you and your teammates, when you won the gold?
Yeah, so it's absolutely surreal. As I mentioned before, you know, this is a sensation in the sense of nobody expected that. So when we won the semifinals against China in China, you know, this was big. This was a huge thing because China was probably the best team, China and Korea. And then we went into the finals and we knew we have the first medal. So, you know, it didn't matter for us if we get silver or gold. We were like, hey, we made history, we got the first medal. We would have been the happiest second place in the world. And then, so we could go in very relaxed and we knew we just need to stick close with them, not get lost too many points and just be close to them. And then suddenly we realized, oh, they're getting nervous. So South Korea was getting nervous. They're professional curling players, but we could feel that we have a chance. And then we won, and this was absolutely mind-blowing. It was just crazy. And there were a lot of Filipinos in the stands cheering for us. So absolute surreal, you know.
This is the first time Philippines had a representative in the Winter Games. How does that make you feel from the beginning until the end when you got the medal?
So in the very beginning, it was, you know, for us, it was like getting experience for our Olympic journey, you know, because the ice is a little bit different in the arena. So we were like, hey, we can get experience. Nobody expected anything from us, you know. We knew that we can compete with them, but nobody expected anything, so there was no pressure. And then now, you know, since we have the gold medal, things are changing, right? Pressure is on. People expect things now. We were joking a little bit. Probably it would have been easier, you know, going home with the 4th place because nobody would expect anything. But now it changes. But we are very proud. The whole team is proud, you know, of all the accomplishments of all the Filipinos here in the Philippines and around the world. We just want to make Filipinos proud.
You said you've said earlier that it's been stressful for you so far. How did it change your life when you won the gold?
So we didn't expect that it will be such a big thing. You know, Harbin 2025 was super professional. There were 1,200 athletes from something like 34 countries, and it was really well done by the Chinese, so perfectly organized. And then we realized the first time, oh my God, this is a big thing. This is the real deal. So we went in there, you know, like, okay, we want to have fun here. And then the whole thing exploded. So a friend of mine, he lives in the US, he lives in Florida, and he's going to the same coffee shop every day, and the barista is a Filipina, and even she heard of the story. So it went all over the world, viral through social media, and yeah, we want to make it big.
You know how Philippines are everywhere in the world,
Everywhere,
right?
everywhere.
Now let's take a step moment back and reminisce that very pivotal moment against South Korea. So how did you figure out, you know, what was going through your minds at that time when you know or maybe feel like we will get this game, we will win this game?
So in curling, the interesting thing is it's like interesting until the last zone. So the last zone, the Koreans had a chance to score 2 points, and if they would have scored 2 points, they would have won. So we knew that we need to set up the stones that it will be harder for them. So curling is like chess on ice. It's a lot of strategy. And then we knew, okay, the stone wasn't perfect, but it was okay. And so they hit the last stone and they missed it. And then we were like, everything exploded. Emotions came out. I lost my voice immediately because I was shouting so loud. So this was absolutely surreal, and it made us very, very happy. And to see like the Filipino flags all over, and then we were on top of there, and then receiving the gold medal.
And having
was,
goosebumps.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
All right. Can you tell us about your experience, your training preparations you've underwent to be ready for such a high stake competition?
So, you know, to be 100% honest, our training is not an elite training. Everybody has a side job, you know. They have families, some of them. So we sacrifice our free time, and all the other teams are professional teams like China, Japan, and Korea. So we just prepared ourselves in the sense of we know how to play, and we just prepared ourselves in the sense of daily training and getting the mind right, because as mentioned before, it's a lot of strategy.
Right.
And so we didn't have a lot of pressure. It will be interesting now since we have the gold. So suddenly we have pressure. So we are now everything changes a little bit. We were always the underdogs, and this changes now. So this will be interesting to see.
Right. Well, this is a significant milestone, not only for your team, but also for Philippines. Now, how do you think this victory will impact the sports development in the country?
Yeah. So again, as you mentioned, it's a historic win. It's the first Southeast Asian gold ever at the Asian Winter Games. So that never happened. And it's the first time. And so this makes us very proud. We believe that Filipinos are made for curling because, as mentioned before, it's a precision sport. And we also know it doesn't make sense to build immediately an ice rink. So our plan was to create awareness that there are like Filipinos who are proud of the Philippines, but outside of the Philippines, tell our story, then create success. Then next step would be to connect with other Asian countries, to bring Filipinos to South Korea, Japan, to learn to curl, and then down the road maybe even have an ice rink one day and have homegrown Filipinos competing. That would be nice.
Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any message like to aspiring athletes, especially now that curling is well known here in the Philippines? So, any piece of advice or suggestion, maybe?
Yeah. So, when I started the sport, I was a 40-year-old overweight guy, never curled in my life. So, don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do. Just go for it. Believe in yourself and just go for it. And look where it takes you. I'm sitting here with gold.
Paolo, eto na. No, he is actually planning to, go back into sport.
Yes.
And I'm
Let's
telling
go.
him, this is your time to shine.
Come to curling.
I think I'm gonna get the curling broom.
Exactly,
curling.
exactly.
I'm going to try that sooner or later. But
Come.
can you tell us what are your goals as a team after this gold medal? Are there other competitions or milestones you're aiming for?
So our main goal, and actually our only goal, is going to the Winter Olympics in 2026 in Milano Cortina.
Yeah.
So that's has been the goal from the beginning. It's still the goal today. This is just a nice side effect, but the goal is to go to the Winter Olympics. And the next competition is the pre-qualifier in autumn and the qualifier in December. We need to reach third and second place, and then we can make it to the Olympics. And it would be a historic moment for the Filipinos. It would be the first team that competed in the Winter Olympics. So that's our goal, and that's what we are thriving for.
Wow. Well, your team has a diverse set of players. Was it a challenge for you guys to get together, and play the sport? Because this is a team sport.
Yeah, it's a team sport, and I think that's one of our main advantages. We really like each other. We like hanging around off ice. It's always fun. The team spirit is great, and this is one of the main advantages we have if you compare it to the other teams, because the other teams they're into the sport, very focused on it, and they train every day, and we are having fun out there, and we could accomplish that as a team, and the journey doesn't stop here, and we just like hanging around with each other.
One final question. Well, you're half Filipinos, all of you in the team. Now, where do you get to showcase, that Filipino blood or pusong Pinoy every time? Where or how?
So it's very easy. All our moms are Filipinas, so we got the Filipino passion in us. So our moms are super proud, and seeing how excited our moms are on Facebook and posting everything, so we can show that there. I was
Typical
just right.
Asian mom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was right now in Cebu visiting my family, and they don't know what curling is, but they were so proud of it, and so that makes me happy. That's how we show it.
And we are all very proud
Thank
of
you
your
very, very much.
achievement as a
Thank you.
Pinoy. And once again, thank you so much. Congratulations
Thank
for
you.
joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Congratulations.
Ayan, daghang salamat, Alan
Salamat
Frei.
po.
And again, once again, congratulations.